Welcome, y'all. It's Wes with DIY Food Plot Pro. Thank you so much for joining us. Today's episode, we're starting a new series called Making the Whitetail Mecca, or Making the Mecca is what we're going to call it. What we're basically going to be doing is we're going to be taking a farm that's about 100 acres in size, and we're going to be making improvements to this farm. We're going to show you, we're going to bring you along with us as we make these improvements, and we're going to try to take this farm from just an average, ordinary, run-of-the-mill farm to the best one in the neighborhood, and we're going to show you how to do it. My name's Wes. I run the channel DIY Food Plot Pro. I've got a Bachelor of Science in Agronomy. I farm for a living, and I got a 2,900-acre whitetail deer hunting outfitter in Western Kentucky where we cannot bait. So we rely heavily on the food plots, the habitat projects that I do on the 2,900 acres to hunt the whitetails that we're blessed to hunt here in Western Kentucky. Most farms in this area and that I've visited across the United States are very similar. They are managed for some form of income producing assets. So whether that's a timber, whether that's agriculture, what you typically find when you're walking out on these properties is you find large timber, which is behind me, big open timber, very little growth on the 0 to 3 feet down, though where that whitetail lives, and very little management task that's been done to these properties. And when you see some logging done, typically there's a very high inch minimum, so the woods are really never ever getting set back to make those good thicker areas. And it's a problem that I see throughout the entire United States when we're out consulting. A lot of the farms are set up for deer hunting. We obviously have learned to adapt and to kill whitetails on almost every farm, but to make that farm just go from ordinary to really, really good or outstanding, we can do some things that can really change that farm for the better. And so Making the Mecca is going to be a series, and that's what we're going to be doing on the series, is we're going to be taking you around with us as we take this 100-acre property and we add cover, and we add TSI, FSI, we add food plots, we add access routes, we add screening, everything needed to hold and to harvest mature bucks on that farm. I'm really excited about the series. I think it's going to be really, really beneficial. It's a lot of things that when I'm out consulting, I'm doing on with people on their farms. So I think it'll be really exciting to bring you guys along where you can see some of the things that we're doing as far as, adding that cover, doing that FSI or TSI that we do on the properties, and we're adding food and we're adding trees, screening. All those things are really, really important, and they can really take that whitetail farm from just a good farm to a great farm. We're also going to hit on some government programs. I mean, anytime we can get some free money for doing something that benefits our farm from a deer hunting perspective, as deer hunters, as land managers, that makes full sense. So we're going to break down some of these government programs that are available across the United States that are available to landowners and land managers that want to further their wildlife. And that is something that I have signed this farm up for. And so I'm really excited to bring with you and show you guys this entire process. It's going to be really, really, really interesting. We're going to do a lot of things on this property, and when I'm doing them, I'm going to sit there explaining to you why we're doing the things that we're doing. And one of the big things that we're doing right off the bat is we're going to add a tremendous amount of cover. I don't want to spoil it, but you're going to get to see exactly how we're going to add this cover, and we're going to add a tremendous amount of it. It's no longer going to be mainly an agricultural farm. It's going to be about 50-50, whitetail production versus the agriculture. So it's really going to be exciting to watch this farm over the next 5 years and see what happens, what's observations that we can make. I really think by adding the cover to this area that we're going to, doing these habitat projects that we're going to, adding the food, the screening, that we're going to take this farm from just good to absolutely outstanding. If you watch the channel very long, you know that I'm always looking for limiting factors, and that's one of the biggest things that I'm looking for when I go out on those farms and I'm consulting for folks. I'm looking for limiting factors. Throughout the Midwest, 8 times out of 10, the limiting factor is going to be cover. There's tons of food. Cover is always limited. On those farms that it's not, rest assured they're holding the bucks already. Those bucks relate to cover just like fish relate to stake beds in a lake or structure in a lake. It's the same thing. Those big bucks are going to key in on that during the late fall and the winter time when you're going to be out there hunting. A lot of these projects are going to be done over the following year, but it'll probably take 1.5 years, 2 years to fully implement the entire plan for making the Mecca. But I'm really excited to bring this along with you, and I'm going to share this with you in detail, exactly how we're going to take this farm to the next level. We're going to rise above this thing, and I'm going to show you stand locations, I'm going to show you blind locations, and we're going to show you how we're hunting it, what winds we're hunting it. This is going to be just like a full consultation that I do on the properties. It's basically going to be the exact same thing. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and follow along. I think it's going to be a really cool series for viewers to watch. If you need extra help setting up your farm for deer hunting, I've got a website set up, www.DIYFoodplotPro.com. You can go there, you can click on the boots on the ground visit. That'll send me an email, let me know that you're interested or you want to schedule a consultation visit for this winter, and I will try to get you on the books for this winter where I can get out there and help you with your property, set that up for you to make the absolute best out of that property that we possibly can. So if that's something that interests you, you can go to www.DIYFoodplotPro.com. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Y'all smash that like and subscribe button.